9440.
4405.
944405. 1905.
Welcome back, crime fighters, for a very special and long-awaited edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. I'm your host, Chris Wright, along with Calhoun County Sheriff Larry Amerson. And Sheriff, we're celebrating today.
Yes, what a great day, Chris. What a wonderful job you've done, folks. We have 7 arrests to report this week, but 3,000 total has been achieved, thanks to you.
We are now above the 3,000 with a total of 3,007. And it's only taken us 10 years to get here.
That's right, just 10 years, but what a success. We never imagined this many arrests in this format.
And Sheriff, it's been a growing success. When we first started doing the show, we were very happy because we were getting 3, 4, sometimes 6 arrests in a week, occasionally a little bit more. Here the last month or so, we've been averaging probably 9 or 10 in a week. It's been growing over the years. The viewers have not gotten tired of it. They've embraced it more and more.
They have, Chris, and we keep hearing, I know you go out in the public, folks come up to you and tell you, hey, I watch your show, we love what you're doing, and we keep hearing that all over, and obviously the numbers speak for themselves.
And of course, over the last 10 years, not only have we caught a lot of people, we've rewarded quite a few people for the information that they've sent in too.
We have, and that partnership with Crime Stoppers has been wonderful, and of course we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the show today and give some more great news.
Yeah, we will. That's coming up in just a few minutes, but it's been a wonderful 10 years, and I do want to say, Sheriff, you don't look 10 years older. You look the same as you did when we first started.
Well, thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. But you seem to look a little younger. I don't know how that worked.
The patting each other on the back portion of the show is now going to wrap up. We are going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll have the first half of this week's lineup and some great news about a new partnership here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Sheriff Amerson, John Garlick, and Matthew Wade, my friends, for 10 years of Calhoun County's Most Wanted and over 3,000 arrests. Way to go, guys.
Congratulations, Calhoun County's Most Wanted and Crime Stoppers, for 10 great years. And thank you to the citizens of Calhoun County for putting 3,000 people behind the bars. Yay!
Looking for a new or used vehicle? AOD Federal Credit Union can help. We offer low interest rates and financing terms to work with your budget. We can save you time and money, whether it's at one of our convenient office locations or through one of our participating dealers. Visit an office, call, or head to AODFCU.com to get your best deal now. Low auto loan rates, always at AOD Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions may apply. To obtain additional details and cost information, call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
a crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak, a wretch like me.
I once was
homeless,
broken, sad,
just lost.
But now I am
sober,
happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Hi, I'm Crystal Meth. Try me once, I might let you go. But if you try me twice, then I'll own your soul. I take kids from their parents and parents from their kids. I'll take and take until you have no more to give. I'll take everything from you, your looks and your pride. I'll ravage your body and control your mind. Now that you've met me, what will you do? Will you try me or not? It's all up to you.
Hi, I'm Katina Houston with Family Links, and this is the parenting tip of the week. How often do we as parents take a time out? Timeouts have been known to be effective in reducing family conflict whenever a parent or child becomes defensive, when voices rise, arguments begin, or offensive language is used. This technique appears to be effective because it's designed to help the child calm down. However, it is equally important for us to realize that parents also can become too emotionally charged to effectively deal with their children. At one time or another, the stresses and pressures of raising a family in today's world affects every parent. When parents recognize that their day has been stressful and nerves are on edge, it is better to put off discussions regarding problematic adolescent behavior until the parent feels calm enough to deal more rationally with the situation. Remember, taking a timeout is not avoiding the issue. It allows both parties time to calm down, become more rational, and move towards a positive solution. For more information on this parenting tip or others like this, please contact Family Links at 256-820-5911.
And welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. First up this week, Jonathan Green. Mr. Green, last known to be living in Montgomery, Alabama, is wanted for probation violation on sex offender registration and notification. We need to find that guy. And this is James Reynolds. Mr. Reynolds, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for probation violation on unlawful manufacture of a controlled substance. And take a look at Daniel Rich. Mr. Rich, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on burglary third. And here is Jerry Scott. Mr. Scott, last known to be living in East Tavoga. He's wanted for a violation of the Alabama Uniform Controlled Substance Act. And meet Robert Duran. Mr. Duran, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on burglary third. And this is Jason Johnson. Mr. Johnson, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear on possession and receipt of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana second, and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And take a look at Johnny Haynes. Mr. Haynes, last known to be living in Anniston. He's wanted for failure to appear, possession and receipt of a controlled substance, and use and possession of drug paraphernalia. And last up for our first half, Christy Bryan. Miss Bryan, last known to be living in Jacksonville, wanted for bond revocation on robbery first. And that's it for the first half of our lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show.
We'll have the second half of the lineup coming up in just a few minutes. Sheriff, the show is all about partnerships, and the most vital partnership is the one directly to the people watching the show and getting information from them. But we need other partnerships as well to make the most of this.
Absolutely, Chris. The Most Wanted Crime Stoppers partnership has been critical to our success through the years, and building on that, I think, is going to be a great help to us.
Angelia Kemp and John Blue are joining us from the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce, and understand you guys are ready to help Crime Stoppers move forward at this point so we can make this even better than it's been so far.
We are. We're very excited about the partnership and the ability to allow us to serve on the board and to help the community solve crimes and to help the individuals in the community feel safe.
Of course, the people that are involved with the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce are very key people that really can make things happen at every level in the community. And that's why they're part of the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce, because they want to do that, right?
That's right.
Right. The Calhoun County Chamber currently is approaching 1,100 members. And when the sheriff approached us about basically expanding the chamber's role in developing a greater partnership, we were excited about that. First of all, Sheriff, congratulations on today and 3,000 arrests in 10 years and your service to the county. And on behalf of the business community, we appreciate your commitment to law enforcement throughout the county. But our commitment is business. We're very serious about that. We presented this proposal to the board. Yourself and members of your staff came, and the board voted unanimously to appoint several of us and to participate actively. And I know our principal role is going to be to make sure we keep the word out and raise some money to make sure that the funds are there to support the program.
The money is key, isn't it, Sheriff? Because for a lot of people call in information just because they want to make Calhoun County better. But there are also people who get that little extra push by finding out that they can get some money for calling in that information.
It certainly is a good incentive. If you're doing the right thing and getting money,
Yeah.
Can't beat that bargain. But that way, this partnership can grow. And as I mentioned earlier, we've had some $1,000 rewards on murder cases where we've gotten critical information that allowed us to solve serious cases. And back to the partnership, we recognize that if we keep crime in check in Calhoun County, it's better for the business environment. It's better for people who are moving in, if they know it's a safe place to come and raise your family, establish a home and a business. So we're excited that you're willing to work with us and to grow this effort.
And we're certainly happy to tell that story because as people come into the chamber that are visiting as prospective residents, as well as we recruit new industry for new jobs here, people look at statistical data, and the partnership that we have with the Sheriff's Office and Calhoun County's Most Wanted is critical to show that the business community is actively engaged in that process.
And of course, there may be some communities that would prefer to not show that there's any crime going on in their community. They prefer to just kind of sweep that under the rug. But Angela, the businesses that are looking at coming into the county and people who are already here, they're smart enough to see what's going on around them, and they want to see somebody being proactive, don't they?
That's right, they do. All they want to know is that people care and that we're here to support them. And at the chamber, that's what we're about. We want to support the businesses in our community, and we want to make sure that that this is the best place for people to relocate, for businesses to relocate, because we have a great community here, and in order to keep it that way, we have to make sure that it's safe.
Of course, I want to say thank you to you as well while we have the opportunity. Not only are you helping with this effort at the Chamber, but with AOD Federal Credit Union, you guys have been a sponsor of this show for many years, and we greatly appreciate that.
Well, and we appreciate the partnership and the ability for us to support you, because this is a great effort and it does help our members, it helps everybody in the community, so we enjoy being a part of that.
And Sheriff, we're celebrating a number with 3,000 arrests, but as John just mentioned, the number of members with the Calhoun County Chamber, 1,100, that's pretty impressive.
That is impressive, and obviously y'all are doing a good job since the business community is willing to step up, participate, be part of it. So the more information we can exchange from you to us and vice versa, the better off we're all going to be.
John, how do we get to 1,100 members in the chamber? What are they coming for?
Well, I'll tell you, we're actually 13 away from that 1,100. 1,100 is a goal. And I think it's something that the sheriff did when he came into office. He reached out to people in the county. 3 years ago, we reached out to our chamber membership, and we asked those folks, much like he was talking to the Kiwanis Club last Thursday and asked the folks as they left, tell kind of engage your political and public officials in some conversation about what you're doing. Well, we asked our chamber members, how are we doing? And they gave us some real feedback. And that enabled us to do a better job. And people began to see. We grew the chamber in 2012 a little over 30% in 1 year. And we're in the process of a membership drive right now, and we're 13 away, and we got a report meeting tonight. So I feel pretty confident by the end of March we'll hit that 1,100 number.
That's great. We need to take a quick break. We'll be back to talk more about this partnership, and we've got the second half of this week's lineup when we come back in just a moment on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Congratulations on Calhoun County Most Wanted and Crime Stoppers for 10 years on the air and 3,000 arrests.
Congratulations to Calhoun County's Most Wanted, 10 years on the air, and the Crime Stoppers for their 3,000 arrests. Great job, guys. Keep up the good work.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak,
a wretch
like me.
I once was.
Homeless,
Broken. Sad.
just lost. But now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? AOD Federal Credit Union can help. We offer low interest rates and financing terms to work with your budget. We can save you time and money, whether it's at one of our convenient office locations or through one of our participating dealers. Visit an office, call, or head to AODFCU.com to get your best deal now. Low auto loan rates, always at AOD Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions may apply. To obtain additional details and cost information, call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
I'm Calhoun County Sheriff Larry Emerson. Don't risk your life and the lives of others by texting while driving. Put the phone down or safely pull over. Looking down for 1 second is all it really takes. Is it really worth it?
We'd like to welcome everyone to the Foothills Family Festival, which will be on April the 12th at Fort McClellan on Symphony Way. We anticipate a large group of vendors there providing crafts and food, as well as amusement rides for the children. It will be completely family oriented. There is no cost of admission. We welcome everyone that day. All of the proceeds that day will go to the Calhoun Cleveland Children's Center and Family Links, both agencies providing services to children in Calhoun and Cleveland counties. So please come out that day and help support us.
And for all you walkers and runners and who just want to have an activity to participate in, the festival will kick off that morning at 7:30 with a 5K, Run for Funds 5K. You can find more information about this festival and the 5K on our website, www.foothillsfestival.com. And you can find registration forms and applications if you're interested in being a vendor. But all the information is there, and so we hope to see you at the festival on April the 12th.
And welcome to the second half of our lineup. First up this half, Daphne Moden. Miss Moden, last known to be living in Jacksonville. She's wanted on failure to appear on theft of property third. And take a look at Wesley Morgan. Mr. Morgan, last known to be living in Ohatchee. He's wanted for failure to pay child support, the face of a deadbeat dad. And here is William Wilson. Mr. Wilson, last known to be living in Jacksonville. He's wanted for probation revocation on domestic violence, third assault, and resisting arrest. Take a look at Corey Townsell. Mr. Townsell, last known to be living in Jacksonville, wanted for failure to pay child support, another deadbeat dad. And here is Bradford Gann. Mr. Gann, last known to be living in Birmingham, he's wanted for failure to appear on unauthorized use of a vehicle. And meet Rebecca McCoy. Miss McCoy, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted for writing bad checks. And last up on our lineup this week, Nathan Johnson. Mr. Johnson, last known to be living in Jacksonville, he's wanted for failure to pay child support. We end with the face of a deadbeat dad. And that's our lineup for this week. If you have any information on these folks, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers 256-238-1414.
More crime fighting for you in just a few minutes. We will have the Crime Stoppers segment of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. We'll talk about some property crimes, including one this week where somebody did some damage to a concession stand at a youth ball field. That's not good.
No, that's a cheap shot, and we want to get that person caught. We need your help to get that done, folks.
We'll talk about that in just a few minutes, but right now we're talking with Angelia Kemp and John Blue from the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce. We've been talking about a partnership moving forward now that we've got the 3,000 arrests over the 10-year period here with Calhoun County's Most Wanted. The sheriff doesn't say, okay, that's great, let's pat ourselves on the back. He says, what can we do to make it even better for the next 10 years? And the Calhoun County Chamber of Commerce is stepping forward to help us with that. So, John, if you will, tell us a little bit about how that partnership's going to work.
Well, we sit down, the sheriff and the district attorney and representatives from the sheriff's office, and talked about the need to expand the number of members. The partnership's been great in the past, but we need to look and make sure that it's representative of business and industry throughout the county, and that there are businesses that are willing to actively participate as directors and sit at the table and talk about the strategic function, not the crime fighting necessarily component that the sheriff's got, but from a business perspective, how we can keep that public information out there about the initiative, as well as we talked about raising funds. And the business community is very happy to step forward and take on that administrative role of kind of facilitating the business side of the meetings, and John Garlick would be happy to know, helping with the treasurer component of the program and just making sure that, that we keep a good accounting, as has been done in the past, so the public trust of the funds that we do that we do administer for those folks that are awarded.
Not just that it's spent well, but that everybody can see that it's being spent well.
And it has been to this point. And we're just happy to expand the partnership because the program's growing. Calhoun County's growing, and the sheriff's doing a great job, and we just want to make sure we're there to support that.
And partnerships is what this show has always been about, and of course the Chamber and the Sheriff's Office have had several great partnerships, one of those being the way that Angela and I met with Leadership Calhoun County. We were in the same class together. The sheriff was good enough to put me through the class, and we had a great experience with that, and I understand we now have someone new at the Chamber that is going to be helping. We were talking with Lisa Morales last week about her role with Leadership Calhoun County. I'm excited about that.
Right, I am too, and I think that Leadership Calhoun County offers a lot, especially to people who have lived here for a long time. There may be things that they don't know that go on. You get to see things that within the community that maybe we take for granted. So it's really a great opportunity to get to network with other business people and to find out what's going on in our community so that we can better help serve our community.
And Sheriff, I know we've had people every year with the Leadership Calhoun County class come to the Sheriff's office and the jail and see how things are done there and even enjoy a nice meal.
They have, we have a meal at the jail, not in the jail, but at the jail. But folks see the kind of food that we feed, and they see the facility, they do a tour, so they need to understand that because it's a critical part of our community. Protecting honest people from those who are willing to hurt them or steal from them is important. So we're excited that they come, and we're excited to participate in the Leadership Calhoun County function. We have two graduates, Chief Deputy Matthew Wade, Lieutenant John Garlick, and I have another employee currently enrolled, and he gives us continuing good reports.
All right, so good things are going on as we speak with Leadership Calhoun County.
That's
I know
right.
the board will be meeting today, so we'll be talking about some more things there. But can we talk about the board that's going to be looking over the Crime Stoppers? Are we ready to talk about names on that board?
We are still, we've had several members to come forward and volunteer. Angela, of course, has agreed to serve. I've agreed to serve on the board. Valerie Richardson, who is the Vice President of Gadsden State Community College, has agreed to serve. And we're currently looking at the previous list, if there are members that want to continue to serve, and make sure we're reaching out. Angela has taken some names, and I've taken some names, and we're making contact to local businesses like Bill Wakefield and folks like that that are involved in retail, and to see their interest and who they might send. So we've got a list of 10 or 12 additional folks that we want to call on and make sure we have a good representative group.
If there's somebody watching that thinks that they have something to offer, do we encourage them to contact us?
Absolutely. If you're involved in the business community and you have an interest in supporting the sheriff and his initiatives to fight crime in Calhoun County, you can contact the chamber office and leave a message for me, and I'll be happy to follow up with you and give you a call back and talk with you about it.
All right, well, John, Angela, thank you very much for getting on board with this. I'm excited to see what the next 10 years hold, and excited to see the partnership with the Chamber.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sheriff. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you and for your partnership and for the future, and we're going to make Calhoun County a safer place. We know working together that will happen.
We will be back in just a moment, and we will have the Crime Stoppers segment and our crazy criminal of the week on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Congratulations to Calhoun County's Crime Stoppers and the Most Wanted program that airs on the TV all the time, and for being on the air for 10 years, and also for arresting over 3,000 people. Great job, guys.
More than half of kids 12 to 17 years old have personal web pages, videos, or blogs. It's called social networking. As a parent, you should be monitoring your child's web pages. Find out the name of their site and go to it at least 3 times a week. Check for inappropriate material, for pictures, comments, and messages. Make sure your child doesn't post their personal information. Software is available to help you monitor your child's internet use. I'm Calhoun County Sheriff Larry Amerson. For more information, log on to our website or call the number on your screen.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic, meth freak,
a wretch
like me.
I once was.
Homeless,
Broken. Sad.
just lost. But now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? AOD Federal Credit Union can help. We offer low interest rates and financing terms to work with your budget. We can save you time and money, whether it's at one of our convenient office locations or through one of our participating dealers. Visit an office, call, or head to AODFCU.com to get your best deal now. Low auto loan rates, always at AOD Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions may apply. To obtain additional details and cost information, call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Being with you was a blast. Our future together was looking pretty good. We had some great times. Everything was going so great. But you made a stupid choice that killed our relationship. I'm gonna miss you.
His choice was to drink and then drive. Underage drinking can cost you your freedom. Drinking and driving can cost you your future. There is no future with alcohol.
And welcome to the Crime Stoppers portion of our show, where we ask you to put on your deer stalkers and help our investigators with these cases. First up on your caseload this week, between February 27th and March 11th, a suspect or suspects stole a swimming pool pump and diving board from this residence on Halsey Road in Jacksonville. And on March 14th, a Craftsman air compressor and 2 kerosene heaters were stolen from a residence on Highway 431 in Alexandria. And sometime between March 9th and March 15th, assorted power tools were stolen from this storage building located on Red Road 55 in Anniston. And last up on your caseload this week, between March 14th and March 15th, a suspect or suspects broke into the concession stand at the youth baseball field located on Iron City Cutoff Road in Anniston. Nothing has been reported stolen at this time, but damage was caused to the building. And that's your caseload this week. If you have any information on these cases, please give us a call at Crime Stoppers 256-238-1414. Remember, we want your information and not your name.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Our crazy criminal of the week this week, Sheriff, is a local one. We have an individual that had some items stolen out of her car while she was in the gas station, the convenience store. Comes out, finds some stuff is missing, and they actually had the perpetrator on camera taking the items out of the car. Well, the victim gets a phone call saying, "I want to return these items to you." So she said, "Okay, we'll meet." And then she calls the police. And the police are there waiting when the items are returned.
Imagine that surprise.
They had a pair of handcuffs waiting as well. You're not absolved of the crime just because you bring the stuff back. Now, we don't want to discourage people from bringing things back, but we do want to note that if you agree to meet somebody that you already know is a criminal, you could be being set up for an additional crime.
Exactly, or they're going to ask for money. You pay me some money and I'll give you your stuff back. You never can tell how that's going to unwind.
All right, and so involving the police was the right thing to do. And if somebody really does feel bad about what they did, the contact they need to make is not to the person that they robbed, but to the police saying, "I'm ready to turn myself in," and they might get some leniency for that.
Exactly, and if you're just going to go into strangers' cars at the service station, obviously there's a problem. No telling how many other times that may have happened.
All right. Well, we're about out of time, but we want to say thank you once again for over 3,000 arrests and 10 years now of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Sheriff, it's been a great ride.
It has been a great ride, Chris. Thank you for all your help, and thank you for all your help. Working together does make a difference.
We're just getting started, so we'll be looking for you again next week, but hopefully not in the lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? AOD Federal Credit Union can help. We offer low interest rates and financing terms to work with your budget. We can save you time and money, whether it's at one of our convenient office locations or through one of our participating dealers. Visit an office, call, or head to AODFCU.com to get your best deal now. Low auto loan rates, always at AOD Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions may apply. To obtain additional details and cost information, call 1-800-637-0299 or visit AODFCU.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hi, I'm Brian Woodfin with ABS Business Systems. We are a proud member of our local Chamber of Commerce. We can build our local economy by shopping with local businesses. These local sales tax dollars help our local schools and keep our neighborhoods safe. Buy local and think regionally, and invest in our communities.